Yo, what's going on, guys? DoubleCrash217 here, and welcome back to another upload. Now that the Blackout Beta is finished, we're going to do my own review on the beta. Bearing in mind, I know this is a beta, and I know changes will be made on the day of the release, but a few people have asked me to do a review, and here it is. Before we start, don't forget to hit that like button for more uploads, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you are new. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I want to get into the good points of... let's start with the bad points. One thing that is really needing some attention to is probably the armor. Balancing is definitely a must, and they really need to test it out within the days that they got until the release date. They did try to test it within the beta, and much appreciated to them. You can give a clap to them and everything, but damn, they did try. Just hear me out on this one. They heard the community, and they did try and fix it within the beta. I think that's enough. I think they can take their time on this one, test it out, and then they'll be able to get it a lot better in the release. How about I say that? Parachuting, it's really hard to control. On some points, if you're trying to land properly, personally, from my point of view, if you get your landing right on the game, then you'll be able to have a decent game. Some people, I've even watched some people, and they don't land very well, and it makes them need to run to a place with no gun because of the fact that they've put their landing really bad. I think that's really, you need a decent landing, and I think parachuting kind of takes it out of it. And I've seen sometimes when you do parachute, or like back at the first part of the beta, it used to drop some frames whilst you were parachuting, rather. Some vehicles, aka the chopper or the quad or ATV or whatever you call it, I don't think they have a huge much health. They do break really easy. I'm sorry, but you can have a whole squad. Say if I was playing squads, 4 people in the chopper, and you'd have 4 people on the ground. If everyone had, say, a cordite and just had normal mag, and all of them shot every single bullet into that chopper, it would just die. It's pathetic, if I'm honest. I think the health of the vehicles, the health of the vehicles, I think maybe they should need a little buff. Personally, it's just my opinion. Okay, but say if I'm wrong down in the comments. All right. Friends list. I think the friends list it's one of the worst parts of the game. It keeps dropping frames. You go into the friends list, and it's just absolutely terrible. Trying to find someone and stuff, and we had some party problems back in. It's just a weird way they've put the party settings. I think they might need to adjust that. I think it's a weird way of adjusting the settings. Like you have to press. You have to change it to quads for 4 people to join, whereas like other games, like if you join, it'll switch to quads straight away. It won't do anything for you. It's different. I think that's a bit weird. I think they might adjust it towards the release. Crashes. Okay, this game had one of the most crashes in a beta I have ever seen in my life. Okay. I had application errors left, right, and center, and it was just insane. I think it was. I don't know. They need to fix that before a release, because if everyone's gonna get that on the release, then it's really not gonna work out, and they're gonna get a lot of hate for it. And what another bad point? It's just a small bad point. The hitboxes could use a little tweaking. I mean, the choppers at the top, you can die to the choppers if you jump out stupidly. I can understand, yeah, they're trying to make it realistic, but why? I don't understand. You just die in midair, and it's really stupid. Not just that, some of the, you gotta predict your aim and stuff. I get that, but sometimes I just feel like the hitboxes maybe could use a little tweaking, that's all. On to the good points, because I think we've said enough bad points here. To be honest, there is a lot more good points, don't worry about that. The graphics, I think they're amazing. I think they're pretty decent for a PS4 standard. I know, I think think they put it to 60 FPS at the start, and I know some of it was dropping and everything. But the only problem that I had with that was the render distance. I think the render distance was complete garbage, but it's just when you look close up and stuff, it's actually really nice. It's really nice scenery, really nice how everything's built out and everything. I do generally like the graphics on the game. Would love to play it on PC. Unfortunately, your boy has not got a decent PC, so he has to save up the monies. Yeah. Anyway, guns, they're very balanced. I personally think the guns are very, very balanced. I've never ever seen guns be so balanced in a game. The only guns that I think that need a little bit of a tweaking are the shotguns, because they're like a primary to close quarters, and I'm there shooting four shells into, you know, a guy that's very close up. That's not realistic at all. They would have been dead technically. So I think they might need to buff the shotguns a little bit. Attachments, the attachment system, I think it's brilliant. It makes a amazingly huge difference to the game. I think you can use it to your advantage, and you can use it to your disadvantage and stuff like that. It's just weird. I think the attachment system is brilliant, and it's just, I don't know, I love the way how they look on the guns as well. If I'm honest, the only thing that I think that would be pretty freaking cool would be inspecting your weapons on this game. I think that's the only thing that I would miss, because of the fact that you can't, you just have to look at it and how it is. You can't look around it and see what it's like and everything. So yeah, I think inspecting your weapon would be pretty cool as well in this game. The map was insane, like hugely insane. I didn't expect a map like that to come out of Black Ops at all, or even Call of Duty for that matter. I know that they were planning on doing it, and I didn't think it would succeed as well as it did. See, I like the way that they had old maps, but they didn't. See, they had the old maps, they put stuff in places that they should be in everything, but they changed it. Like, Nuketown wasn't Nuketown. It was a whole island. It was much more than what it is, more to the point. It's massive, it's huge, and I think that's pretty cool. Array, it's the array, and they've just added loads of stuff. I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing, and how they've put Stronghold and Ruin together, I think that's pretty freaking cool too. Like, they've added the two kind of, it's weird. It's like Fringe. They've put the barn in Fringe, but they haven't put the whole map. Same with like the boxing ring from Shadows of Evil. They've put that in. Well, I think it's actually close by to the Fringe actually, and they've put that in the map, but they haven't put the rest of Shadows of Evil on. But I think that's actually pretty cool. I genuinely think that is a very good. I think it's like a very good concept to it. I think it's really well done. Daily updates, I thought the daily updates were actually pretty damn decent. I think it's just more to the point that they were just showing what they can do towards the game. I don't think daily updates will be a thing when the day of the release comes, but weekly, probably. Every other week, maybe. Well, that's a most possibility of it happening. But generally, I don't think there should be weekly updates. I think that's the thing that killed Fortnite and created a lot of bugs. So if they kind of, you know, lean off the weekly updates, maybe that might make the game a little bit better. Might make it more smooth and everything. Don't get me wrong, this game is smooth. This game, the movement is smooth. I love it. I think it's brilliant. I do generally think that they have made this game into the best game that has been done in a while from Call of Duty. I thought some of the places, like new places like construction site, I thought that was pretty good. Hydro Dam, I think that's a bit from Hydro, I think from BO2, but it still looks clean. I generally am impressed with the map. Generally am. I like the fact how they actually got to 100 players and only put it for 2 hours though, which is quite weird, but in a way quite funny. But they reached their mark. They reached the mark and they were able to do it for 2 hours. I want to see what they can do in the release. I expect some changes, at least. I do expect some changes, definitely on the armor, probably on the parachuting. The parachuting, it still is blotchy in my opinion, but it's just realistic. That's what I mean. You gotta go by a realistic side, but yet you gotta go by a game side. It's weird. That's what World War II did, and it just flopped really bad because they were taking more of the historic side rather than the realistic, rather than the gamer side. Sorry. I'm hoping they buff the vehicles a little bit more. Oh, and they need to nerf that damn freaking ray gun, dude. Oh my days, that ray gun is stupidly overpowered. Like, just go away. And that freaking whatchamacallit, it's like a boss zombie of 9, the zombie map, and that needs to go too. That he's just so OP. I just died to him multiple times. Oh nice. But yeah, I like how they did like some stories and that inside the game as well for zombies players. I think that's actually pretty damn sweet. That's all I've got to say for now. Actually, I'm hoping that it's going to be a decent release. I'm going to be streaming. I've got the whole week off for streaming on the first week of Black Ops 4 coming out. I really do hope that you come in and join me. I'm going to be doing a 12-hour stream on the first day, so all you guys will be able to come and see me. All of the guys that are on the UK side, all of the guys that are on the American side, you know, so on and so forth. I'll be able to see you all, okay? And then on the other days for the rest of the week, there's going to be 6-hour streams on Black Ops 4. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to be grinding the hell out of multiplayer, okay? I'm going to be grinding it so much. I don't think you understand how much I'm going to be grinding multiplayer right now. And then we'll see what happens during the rest of the weeks. Like, I'm probably going to think of letting the Easter eggs be solved for zombies, and then do the zombie Easter eggs with my friends if you want to watch me stream that and everything. Or even if you want me to make videos, it doesn't matter. I'm there to try and do new things, and I'm hoping that it's going to work out. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Much appreciated for you all joining me, and I really hope that you take my opinion onto your own. And I think it's going to be a good year for me. Trust me on that one. But yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want more uploads, just hit the like button. Just hit it. Just punch it. All right, just punch it. But we need to get that like hype up for me to do uploads. If I'm honest, I need that more. I need that motivation. No, not really. But still, I will try my best to bring as much uploads as I can. As some of you don't get into the streams on time, so yeah, I'm gonna do as much as I can on uploads. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you in the next episode. See you later. Peace out.